Another thing about vitamin E, I've read 29 different studies over the decades that has actually shown us that whole food vitamin E, and by the way, eating green leafy vegetables, forget taking vitamin E. The only time I give vitamin E to people, it has to be so low that it's not even on the scale anymore. You get it from green leafy vegetables. You know that drink I'm drinking over there that you should be drinking today. Do you realize it works much more effective than Coumadin, Lipitor, Crestor? Much more. There's never been a study ever done that looks at whole food vitamin E that doesn't say it's better. What's stupid and ironic to me, you go to the doctors today, and they literally say to you, you need, Coumadin, which is made out of the same ingredients that rat poison is made out of, so you know that. I was up speaking at a medical college in Vancouver the end of last year, and the dean came out. He was so angry, he was red. He was like ready to explode. He said, read this, see if you make sense of it. And it was a directive from the Canadian government that said, after a Canadian citizen becomes 50 years old, you no longer have to test them, immediately put them on an anticoagulant. So now in the country of Canada, if you're Canadian, you're 50, you've had it. You're on an anticoagulant without even doing testing. So it's mandated now that that's normal medical protocol in the country of Canada. And they put people on this, and then they say, don't go to Hippocrates, because if you take green leafy vegetables, you may have a stroke or a heart attack. And we say to the person, now look, let's use a little common sense. I know it's not so common, but let's use it. How about if you get rid of the medicine, and then you take the green leafy vegetables so you don't need the medicine? Oh, I never thought of that. Either have the doctors who are too well trained to think about things in very practical ways, I guess. Pretty sad world. It acts to protect ourselves against the effect of free radicals. Matter of fact, that was discovered, I told you last night, by when and who? 1954, University of Nebraska, Dr. Harmon. He's the guy that told us, and we haven't had to change that story, how you get old, how you get sick, how you get disease, is free radical damage. Electric killing healthy cells. And by the way, he came out in the next breath and said he only knew two things then. Vitamin C and vitamin E in its whole food form will protect the cell against free radicals. Here's how you get sick and get old. Here's how you protect it, 1954. Now, how come I'm the guy telling you this in 2013? How come that wasn't taught in first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, and if you went to graduate school every day in graduate school? Because there's no money in telling people to eat green leafy vegetables. Smith and Hendricks, boy, his cousin got really hot on a guitar in the 60s, discovered B2, also known as riboflavin. But here's what I want to say. Over the time until the 1950s, more than 85% of all of the supplements that we learned about were discovered. And then we've added some, like alpha-lipoic acid, learned a lot more about CoQ10, zeolites. These are my favorites. There's Dr. Harmon there. But the fact of the matter is, whole food supplements may save your life. Now, I was actually working at Hippocrates before we used supplements, and I can't imagine the numbers of people that didn't survive because we didn't give them the supplements to jack up their what system? Their immune system. Now, this program will always work, but when you wait really, really long, on the way here today, I counseled a woman who came to us 5 years ago, was recovering, but couldn't stick to the diet. Every time her husband wasn't there, her children weren't there, she was out eating sugar, out taking, a gallon of orange juice. So her tumors came back, even though she was diagnosed well. Then goes to all the holistic doctors, injecting whole food, sicker and sicker and sicker. She told Anna Marie and I on the phone today, on the way over here, I've been laying in bed for 6 months. My ovarian cancer has frozen my entire intestinal tract. I vomit bile 10 times a day. I can't eat, and they've had to IV. This is no life. I said, the only life worse than yours is, I guess, outright torture. And I said, you have a choice. Either to believe this is the end of the road because you've gone to people that don't know what else they can do for you, or figure out that you can do something for yourself. And the use of whole food supplements, I've seen it in thousands and thousands and thousands of cases, in and of itself was able to jumpstart the immune system, so now the lifestyle and diet can literally take you to where you need to go to fight and to kill a disease.